Welcome back to another pool play matchup here in Santa Monica. This time we have a premier matchup versus Chunky, which is Frederick Hinkle and Jacob Payer, and Craig and Corey, which is Buddy Hammond and Corey Heck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got two great teams here, as you mentioned, the Premier Division. So these guys can play. A couple of them actually they've competed with some of the best in the Pro Division, so it's going to be some good action here. I don't know who I'd put my money on.
Yeah, this should be a close one. I think as far as experience goes, Buddy and Corey are up there with the top players in the Pro Division. They've been playing for a long time. So as far as experience goes, I'd give them the edge, but Frederick has been playing so much this year. He's playing like 3 or 4 times a week. He's really excited to be here and show off what he's learned. So expect him to come out playing really hard.
Definitely. I'm familiar with 3 of these guys, not so much with Frederick, so I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. Looks like Buddy's just checking the distance here for serving lines. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but we have these little red, I don't know what we call them, things in the sand that will have a serving line with people. They have to be 6 feet back.
Yeah, 6 feet back, and that has to be contact of the ball. So if you lean over that line, we are going to call that a fault. So you'll see these players try and stay behind that.
Good finish from Corey there. That serve was pretty good from Jacob as well. It was off to the side. Corey did a good job of stepping out, putting it up for Buddy to then send it to the net. It'll be Buddy back to serve here, and they're getting the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a nice cut serve, as you mentioned, from Jacob. Went way out right.
Frederick hits it right into Buddy's body. Buddy is trying to get it there. It's stuck between his arm and his body, but unfortunately that is not legal. So it'll be a 1-1 with Frederick back to serve.
Frederick to serve. He does have a wicked serve, but he hasn't played on sand very much. Like you said earlier, he's from Texas, so not a lot of sand in that area.
You do see a lot of players that come from the Midwest or wherever, where there's not as many beaches. They struggle to serve and to even just hit when running around on the sand. It's got a big long point here. Gets away from Jacob, diving away from the net to put it back, but man, it doesn't happen.
Chunky are going to be sad they missed that opportunity. Really nice serve, put Craig and Corey on the back foot, but just putting it on the net sometimes will reward you the point, and that's what Craig and Corey did there.
Ooh. Great serve from Corey. They almost get it back on, but not enough, and it double touches, so that'll be Craig and Corey's point. 3-1, getting an early lead here. And I'm not familiar with, is Premier going to 15 or 21?
Premier should still be 15.
Are we going to 15? This will be a game to 15, so every point matters in these. We find that some players, since they're used to playing to 21, they won't maybe try as hard early on. They're trying to save some in the tank, and then before they know it, it's 14-14, and every point matters. Yeah,
and they might try and conserve some energy. It's going to be a long day, and this Premier Division actually has a prize pool up to $2,000 now. So they've got some money on the line. There's some skin in the game here.
For sure, which I think these guys could do a lot of different things with.
Absolutely. I think Craig and Corey here are probably one of the front runners for that top spot, but Fred and Jacob absolutely have a shot.
Yeah, and they actually inched their way back into this. It's 3-3 now with Jacob serving. We'll see if he can work some magic. Maybe they can get a lead. Corey chopping his feet, getting ready for that. Goes high. That's actually going to be his second pocket. A pocket is when the ball hits net first, but comes off the rim at a weird trajectory. And on serve, it'll be a redo. You get 2 of them before you lose the point. The pockets are totally playable during a rally. So that's the distinction between those two.
Nice drop there from Buddy, but Frederick does put it away pretty convincingly. Smart hit over the heads of his opponents, who are pretty tight into the net. In that situation, he's putting it over him, usually gets it past them.
Yeah, and we'll see teams, because both Buddy and Corey, they don't play together, haven't played many tournaments together. So the defensive chemistry is a big part of what we'll see in the Pro Division later. That really, I think, separates the good teams from the great teams.
Yeah, absolutely, especially on defense. Playing defense with someone you've never played with before is a completely new experience every time.
There's so much movement involved, and you got to be on the same page. You got to cover so much ground. It's 360 degrees, so if you're not together and running that string, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it looks like an ace there from Corey. A little bit of a discussion about it, but it does look like they're going to go ahead and take that ace. So Corey's serving to Frederick now.
6-4. Craig and Corey looking strong at the start of this game.
Yeah,
I would imagine that they keep this lead going up until 15 points. So we'll see if Jacob and Fred can change them. And right as I say that, Corey gets another ace. I think that was back-to-back, right?
Back-to-back aces, yeah, and that's a really quick way to take control of a pool play game. Like you said, only playing a 15, so 3-point lead, 7-4 is pretty daunting.
Absolutely. Left hand from Jacob there. Buddy probably could have had it. Maybe he's not totally limber yet. It looked like he wanted to get up and make a play, but maybe we'll see that from him later today.
Yeah, maybe a little chilly this morning.
Yeah.
Bit of a breeze coming off the ocean.
Absolutely. And it was, you guys might have talked about it earlier, but I got to reiterate, it was raining this morning, so we're pretty happy with how the weather's mellowed out right now, and we're getting some sun a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. Since pool play started, I don't think we've had any rain, and we hope it continues that way.
Yeah, starting to get some blue skies, clouds are clearing, so everyone is very happy here. And it's 5-7, Jacob serve. That's his second pocket. That's the second time he's done that, which you really don't want to be handed points over. You want to make the other team earn it. Although offense is a big advantage in general, you got to make them earn it, or else you'll just be handed points over left and right. Yeah,
it looks like he's going for a pretty aggressive angle on the serve, and so pretty prone to pocket or rim that. 'Cause it's a pretty small angle you have there to get that cut serve that he's looking for.
You really do, but it still blows my mind. The pro division, at least, some of these players and what they can do on the serves, and with so little angle, the ball shoots off, and it's incredible.
Yeah, it's insane that the angles players are working with now. It looks like Buddy did hit rim on that shot. So another break for Chunky, trying to get back into it. 7-8 now. Drop shot on the serve. Really nice push shot from Corey.
Yeah, it's those little things. You see Corey, he opens his hips, and he's pushing the ball out away from his body. It's almost like a bowling shot, and because he's reading the defense and knows that they're going to overplay it, so finds the space, gets it through, and they walk away with that point.
Yeah, it's a really nice quick adjustment. We'll see that all day from Premier and Pro Division for sure.
Absolutely. 7-8. Corey back to serve. Actually, excuse me, 9-7. Goes for the drop shot. Fred puts that away. Slides it between Buddy and Corey. Corey is upset. Thinks he could have had that one. But they still have a healthy lead here. And actually, maybe, yeah, we are at 9-8.
9-8 now. And that's a good example from Frederick of hitting with your eyes. He knows Corey's a little bit towards his pole, and so he doesn't pull it completely. He opens it just a little bit and puts it past him.
There's Jacob again. Something's going on. He needs to figure that out by the end of the day, because he keeps getting the pockets on the serve. I'm fingers crossed this doesn't happen again for him.
Yeah, serve 2 coming up here. I think if he pockets this one, that's going to be 6 in a row. So
yeah, if I was his partner, I'd pull him to the side and have a little talk. Like, take a little bit off. Maybe he's in his own head right now. He can't seem to get in a serving groove.
Yeah, sometimes early in the day that happens. That's what pool play's for.
Exactly. So these teams, as you mentioned, are in pool play. We're going to be seeding into a bigger bracket later in the day as things really heat up, because it'll be single elimination.
Single elimination through all these brackets, and Buddy is a little upset with himself on that set. Put his partner on the opposite side of the net, and Corey just wasn't quite there.
Chunky's staying in this. They're only 2 points behind. They need to get a break here soon if they want a shot at stealing this game away, but kudos to them for at least not getting blown out or closing the gap that they had earlier.
Yeah, that's no easy lead to overcome. Now we've got Corey to serve.
Ooh. Wow.
Oh my. A little cheeky drop on there. It looks like,
I don't know what they're discussing. They might have a disagreement. The serve looked clean from here. We're pretty far away, but it looks like they're going to play it out. So we're hearing that Jacob called pocket on the serve immediately, which would warrant a second serve, and I think Buddy and Corey agreed, so we're on to the next point. And that looked like a defensive hinder during the swing.
Yeah, and I think they're going to call this a strong offensive position hinder. So that is actually going to give Craig and Corey the point. That's going to be another break, and they're back up to a 3-point lead now.
Yep, and a hinder is when the opposing team gets in the way of you, whether you're making a play on the ball or you're swinging for it or what have you. And that time it was on Corey. They got the point, and then now they get another one, so the lead is extending in this latter half of the game.
Yeah, that's probably gonna solidify the game for Craig and Corey. We had a few interesting hitting decisions from Fred there back to back. I think the tweener and that little backhand both may be ill-advised, and I think that just comes with experience. We've got a really nice up in the air set. And Buddy finishes it with a really powerful backhand for that position.
Yeah,
I don't think Fred was expecting that.
No, Buddy covered some ground on that point, and it just seems like they're just now starting to heat up.
Yeah, maybe
back to serve. We're at 14-9, and it'll end on an ace. A perfect way to end, I think, because what I was most impressed with this game was Corey serving. He had a couple aces. He was trying some tricky stuff, and it was all working. So hopefully he keeps that going. I liked it from him.
Yeah, it looks like some of those were jamming his opponents right in the middle, and maybe people were more expecting that cut in 2018. So little unexpected. Corey and Craig and Corey looking pretty dominant in that pool play game.
Yeah, they're favorites coming in, and they just showed us why. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more of them later today, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we have another match coming up here. We're going to cut to a break, and we'll be back soon. Or they might be coming in right now. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in short, so only a few minutes. Stay by your computer, your phone, wherever you're at.